guys, I'm in Magnolia Springs. As you can tell, I'm right by the highway, but I just did want to get a really nice picture of the Magnolia Springs sign. So I'm going to take you along for a little tour. My first stop is at the Magnolia Landing. It's a cool little place. Been here before, but when I came it was in the winter. I had a jacket on, so today definitely do not need a jacket. We're going to go down the boardwalk. Has so many cool plants out there. Nothing's blooming right now. It won't be long before the magnolias do bloom, and thus Magnolia Springs. They are everywhere down through here. It's just a nice little boardwalk that you can go, and at the end it's quite beautiful down through there. There's some honeysuckle blooming. Just a nice, you can hear the cars because there is the highway. But this little boardwalk carries you all the way down to the water. All the pretty ferns. Isn't that going to be gorgeous this summer? When all these big, a lot of them are cinnamon ferns. See, it gets quite swampy down here. Ooh. I wonder what lives in there. Through here, this is going to open up into a beautiful section of the Magnolia River. We can get our bearings when we get down here. There's the bridge. We just drove over that bridge, and to the left is where we came on. The sun's out bright today, but I hope you can get a good view. Sailboat. That would make a great painting, wouldn't it? So this is the Magnolia River, and we're going to go for a little walk into the area that's right here. Magnolia is a lot larger than you think it is, but we're going to go for a little walk on a couple of the streets. I'm at Jesse's restaurant right now. I want to show you how beautiful this little restaurant is. Here it is. It's right off the main drive. It's one of the best places to go eat in this area. It's right on the corner. You can't miss it. It's beautiful. And the food is very, very good. See, it's right on the corner of Magnolia Springs Highway and Oak. Has a great menu. Has a great little porch you can sit on, enjoy your meal. And then I want to take you right across the street, because one of my favorite things that I love to do is right across the street. This is the town hall, or the community hall. It was, as you can see, it was an old wooden house, and so now it's made new. I'm glad they didn't tear down the structure. They kept it. But this is Magnolia, and it was settled in the early 1800s. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world to me. But, you know, Alabama is one of my most favorite places in the world. But this is a little Episcopal church. And every time I come, I like to walk through this church. It's very peaceful. Even though the highway is right behind me, it's still very peaceful. And I'm just going to take you through on this beautiful day to enjoy it. There's their cross. I'm sure that was for Easter Sunday. And it has all sorts of pretty places. I don't think we can go inside, but look what they did. They hung, I don't know if you can see them, but they hung little baskets in each window with fresh flowers. I'm going to take that back to our church. That would be awesome. And I'm going to back up as far as I can. It's St. Paul's Episcopal Chapel. So you can see, oh, look how beautiful. Oh, how beautiful. This is St. Paul's Memorial Garden. I'm going to back away and see if we can get a pretty good view I love that corner entrance. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but the 3 windows reminds me of the birth, death, and the resurrection. Not sure if that was done on purpose. And then they decorated the front doors for Easter. And they had the Easter lilies in the corners. It's very beautiful. And then right across the street is the little restaurant I was telling you about. So this is right on the main way. Now we're going to walk through into the St. Paul's Memorial Garden. And this is just a nice little place to come and worship, or to pray, or to just seek a minute of peace. It makes me want to sing a song. I won't do that today. But it has all sorts of pretty things around here. I'm not sure which angel that is, but that's a beautiful, beautiful sight. And they have the little benches you can sit on for just a while. And then they have the water. Water, I love to hear water. Let's see if I can get close enough for you to listen to it. There's something about running water. Brandon and I were talking about that Easter. There's something about the sound of running water that is just very relaxing and very peaceful. One day I'm going to call and see if I can go inside and see this beautiful church. This is Oak Street, and I dare say I think it is probably one of the most beautiful streets. I say one because there's quite a few. Look how I'm walking in the middle on the side of the street. Look how beautiful that is. And it's just, each house is just magnificent. And this is Magnolia Springs Bed and Breakfast. Isn't that wonderful? Wouldn't it be nice to spend some time there? And then that's the way I came. The church is on the end of this street on the left-hand corner. This house on the right is gorgeous. The fennels are little pine cones. Let me see if I can get there. See right there? They are so pretty. And down that street, as you can see, is the Magnolia River. So there are houses that are on the water also here. But is this not gorgeous? This is the side of the bed and breakfast. Look at the size of these live oak trees. They're just magnificent. They've been here forever. Just think of all the tales that they could tell us. That's what I always think when I see a big tree. I think, oh, what can that tree tell me about the people who sat under it, had picnics under it, played with their children under it. These live oaks are just amazing. Folks, we just drove a little ways down the road, and now we're in Bon Secours. Mary took a weir. One of my friends had a beautiful home down here for quite a while. She knows quite a bit of the history of Bon Secours. But this is the little Our Lady of Bon Secours Catholic Church. I just wanted you to see how beautiful she is. An old church, as you can tell. That stained glass window is so pretty. It's open, but I'm not going to go in. They have mass every Sunday. Look at that pretty oak. These live oaks are awesome. There's Our Lady. And I think, if I'm correct, that's the school. I don't know if I am or not. I'm gonna put a disclaimer on that. Mary will let me know if I'm not. I want you to look at the size of these trees. They just fascinate me. They almost remind me of that old grandfather that's always protecting you and telling you all the history of the family, and they just have so many secrets and so many stories to tell. and they're just so peaceful. It just gives you a sense of history. And at the end of that road, we're going to travel down that road in just a minute. There's quite a few things that we're going to see there, but before we go, I want to talk to you about the Tin Top. The Tin Top is a local restaurant. It's one of the, if you'll look up the top 10, normally Tin Top, Tintop, is normally one of the top 10. Has great seafood, great atmosphere, has a little side porch. I'll point right there on the side. You can eat inside or outside. Today would be a wonderful day to eat out on the porch. And as you see, we're so close to the water. All across there are the seafood places you can go to. Billy's and Quillia, they have a Safe Harbor, King, all of those are great seafood places. Billy's Seafood is owned by a really good friend of mine, Gigi. She's the one that Briar and I go scrapbooking with every January, which you all will be able to see that soon. Because the way time flies, it will be January before I know it. But she is such a cool lady. She no longer has her shop, but she does have her, it's a scrapbooking event. I want you to look right there. I'm going to try to get a close-up. That is a heron's nest. And that little bitty head that's just to the right of the big top, that is the mama. She's sitting on her nest. Here we are. This is this section of the river. We're going to go all the way over to the other side, about a mile away down to the right, and I'm going to show you another area. But this is a private owned. It's for the seafood, one of the seafood places, but I just wanted to give you a quick little look. He said that I could just give a quick little look at this old pier. They have a new pier right there, but the seafood is on the other side. This is one of the old houses, the whole storefronts that they used many long years ago. Look at the size of that tree trunk. And it's Bond Secure Fisheries owns all of this. So the fishing boats aren't in. They come early in the morning before I even think about getting up. Normally there's pelicans on these. I guess it's in the middle of the day, so it's not very much wildlife. One time we'll get to come down here and it be late afternoon and it's just teeming with all kinds of stuff going on. But isn't this beautiful? Have I got a treat for you? We are going to get an up close and personal look at a shrimp boat. Look at the size of those cables that connect to the arms. Those arms are lowered down. There's one standing up, and they're lowered down. And then these nets, let me see if I can navigate this without getting strangled. Those nets are what's attached to them, and that's what scoops up the shrimp or the fish, whatever they're looking for to catch. Sometimes they even get porpoises, but they always put those back. But look at oh wow, that's where the gears that bring in all of the major wiring. Look how thick each one of these are. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. How do they keep those nets straight? I have no idea. But there's 1, 2, 3 that are here. This one's Captain Rafferty. But I'm just amazed at the process they go through. That was so nice of him to let us video up close and personal. I hope I wasn't too close. Look at all the pretty houses on the other side. Amazing. And our adventure continues. We were just on that little boardwalk that's coming up through there. I think you can see the blue boat. And this is a beautiful live oak, another one of those trees that just fascinate me. And the neighbors here were kind enough to say I could walk out on their pier. So I'm going to walk out on the pier and I'm going to show you the whole area we were in. Look at their big pretty boat. That is Billy's Seafood. I'm just going to let you see these peaceful and beautiful. And the wind, the breeze is just cool enough that it's just perfect weather. Well, guys, that's the Bon Secure River, also Magnolia Springs. It's been a great little tour of some of the areas I love. One thing I want you to know about the Bon Secure River is that it was one of the first places that had salt. So look that up, Bon Secure River and salt, and you'll get a great idea. So till next time.